Let's first talk about the camera stick. The camera stick, pretty small. It's only 4 ounces. And the size, look at that. It's 9 inches. And look at how small that is. Size of a little bit bigger than a Crayola pen. This is probably the most important, and getting familiar with this by itself is probably a really good idea. So we're going to practice extending this. I'm going to take my 3 fingers and pull this out. Back in again. Okay, pull this out. So I took 3 fingers and pulled it like this. And then on the way back, and this is very important, here's your hand, and put it in between one of your fingers here like this. The idea is your palm is not in the way, because you might get pinched and you might go, ow! And it might be really embarrassing. So pull this out, and then like this, I'm collapsing it. So fingers are never in the picture. It's a good exercise too. So that's that. So how do we put our camera on? Well, I'll show you. These are for the point and shoots. These are the small cameras. There's also flip cameras and small little recorders. Notice this is not for a big camera, or it's not for a big video camera at all. This is for it to be small and portable. These can fit in your purse or in your belt. I put them in my belt, or in a coat pocket. It's just really easy to pull out. So here's my little camera, and there's a universal mount here. Most point and shoots have it in the center. Some of them have their little universal mount on the side. So you just simply twist this on. And I'm just going to show you, I just am like flicking this around. So I'm not making it all the way tight yet, because what I like to do is I want to get this angle. There's a ball joint right here. I want to angle this the right way first. So actually I'm going to angle it this way, because the lens is this way. I want it to go this way for a selfie. So I angled it. See how it's a little bit loose? Do I like this angle? I do like this angle. So now I'm going to tighten this up. And just maybe 1 revolution or half a revolution. So now it's in place. So that's important to get the angle first, bend it up, and then to tighten this here. And you don't need to get really that tight, just enough so it doesn't swivel. Okay, so that's it. When you're practicing, you can try the different angles, and a different angle makes a big difference. If you were to do this, you're going to get the camera stick. With a camera, it's almost hard to get the camera stick, but if you did this, you might get the camera stick. But typically, I'm at this angle. Yeah, okay, I think that's all you need to know about the camera. I actually just put this in my backside just like that, or a purse just like this, because I have 2 of them. So I'm always ready so I don't miss something, right? So I'm just I'm unswiveling this. Wow. So how do you put on your cell phone? You take your camera stick, your selfie stick, and here's the universal adapter. And so we have the female right here. And we're just going to spin this on, and this holds a cell phone. And it holds lots of different sizes. I haven't seen a phone that it hasn't fit. There are a few cases, like the double battery ones. Some of the Mofis, there's a couple of them that you need to take the case off, but almost all of them fit this. Okay, so, oh, I'm sorry. I already did this without telling you about it. So swivel it on. Notice I didn't tighten it. Get the angle that you want, and then tighten. Then take this and tighten it. I just tightened it just maybe a millimeter or so. Okay, so now grab your cell phone. I have a Galaxy, and I have a little thin case on it. I do suggest having a case, like a thin case. The best case to have is just like a little rubbery one, because that's slick. For iPhone users, excuse me, for iPhone users, definitely have a case, because your phones are they're so slick and sleek and tiny. So get a rubberized one. That's the best one. And for the rest of you, the case doesn't matter too much. So what I'm doing, sorry, I'm autopilot. So there are 2 knobs here and then one on the top, bottom, top. This is the hand that's going to hold your precious cell phone, your lifeline, right? So here you're going to just tighten this up so it's not loose. Tighten it up so it doesn't move, it's not loose. See those little knobbies there? And the top one, I already see that there's some silver here, so it's already tight. Then grab your cell phone. Here's my cell phone that I'm putting in here. And it's like a big mouth that's going, oh, and then you're gonna wanna clamp it down. So just push it in there. And there it be. So it's a mouth or a hand that's just grabbing your phone. Now, I have a power button and I have a volume button. And often I hit the volume button. So you can go off center. So you're avoiding your volume button. Just be aware of that. If you're wondering, how come the volume's turning off? There you go. And what I did to put this in, these were already relatively tight. And then I just put this in. I kind of like popped it in. Pop. There you go. And then what you're going to do is you're going to, my phone is pretty snug because I have a case on it. So it's pretty snug already. And these are rubberized, so they're grippy. Now you have a different phone, so you're going to push down on the top one and then tighten this. Push down and then tighten. And then you're going to see, is this sturdy? Right? It's pretty sturdy. Pretty sturdy. I always double check it every time, twice. Is it sturdy? Yes, it is. Sturdy? Yes, it is. All right, so now it's secure. And you're going to keep the hand up. You keep this steady and then pull out your hand. So now you're ready to turn it over. Get the angle right. Ready to go. And I'm not being crazy with it. I'm not dumping it over. You're not going to dump over, an ice cream cone or something, right? Or a ladle. This is a hand that's holding something, so you don't dump it over this way. I always keep it up. It's always upwards. So we're ready to go. Oh my gosh! Look, there's a double rainbow, and I want it behind me. And you're ready to go. And to take this off, just take off your phone. And then with your hand, collapse it. With your hand, collapse it. Once again, keeping your hands out of there. Voila, right? Easy. Takes a little practice with your cell phone to get familiar, but it's relatively easy. So that's how to attach your camera and your cell phone.